Are we live? We're ready to go? Hi friends, this is Janine Pettit, Camper-in-Chief at Girl Camper and Brand Ambassador for Go RVing. Hey, we were sitting around a conference room, virtual conference room the other day, talking about how much fun it is to camp in the winter. Those of us who live in the northern half of the country don't have to give up the use of our RVs, just because they're winter ready. Last year, I made this a mission of mine, and I just said, I'm going to get out there. So I developed a few tips and tricks. I definitely battled the cold, but I really enjoyed the solitude at the campground, which is something we don't get in the summer and in the fall when we're camping. There's a lot of people there, and one of the perks of winter camping is the stillness. It's absolutely unbelievable. So I want to give you some of the tips that I learned. First of all, I never knew until last year that all of the state parks in New Jersey and Delaware, and maybe by you, are open all winter long, including the campgrounds. Now, naturally, all the water is shut off, but they have heated bathrooms and showers, and electricity is available at the sites. So what we did is we found ourselves a great park with heated potties. We took nice warm showers every day and electricity at our site. So that was a huge bonus, because now when I pulled my RV over there and plugged it in, I had my camper going and I had my propane working, and I could turn on a space heater. I could have put on an electric blanket if I wanted, but I was absolutely toasty there. So having the electricity is key. Secondly, even though we did the trials, like camping is sort of a game of survival, even if we're in our RVs. So I came up with a few things. The first thing I want to talk to you about is staying warm at the campground. And it all starts with a really great camp chair. So, as camp chairs go, and I've got this one here, this is my new favorite. It's made by Lippert. No mesh on the sides. When you sink into the seat, there is not air coming from all these different spaces, so you really get to trap the heat. So if you're set up in front of your campfire in this nice toasty chair, it's always great to have a blanket for your lap, or on your back, or on your bottom side. So layers, layers, layers. It's all about layers, right? Get that blanket, get that nice snuggy chair. Now, this is a fun product this company sent to me. I have loved looking into this company. This is called Polar Outdoor. It's a body bag in the nicest possible way. So this just slides on you. So, it's down, it's heavy, it is so warm. The bottom is a drawstring, so I'm not going to slip it on because I don't want to mess up my hair. But as you can tell, I don't care about my hair. But this slips on, and the sides then have zippers. The zippers have a toggle on the outside and on the inside. So if you put this on and you pull down the zippers, you stick your arms through it. Let's just say half an hour goes by, your arms are getting cold. You can tuck your arms in, and from the inside, you can zipper this thing back up. It's got inside pockets for your phone and for your phone and for your hands. It's got outside pockets. It's got a nice drawstring hood, so you could be all mummied up by the campfire. And honestly, if you're inside and don't have the blankets that you want, you could use this on top of you as a blanket, or you can sleep in it. So this thing was a lot of fun last year. Okay. Some other fun things for when you're sitting in front of that fire. Always have a really, really good pair of socks. Now, my whole life I've been a huge advocate for wool socks. I love wool socks, especially now that this wool is washable. You don't have to worry about shrinking it anymore. These are not wool socks. This is a blend, but these socks, and I believe they're made by Gold Toe. These were given to me as a gift, like a 4-pack. These have never been used yet, but super warm, super cushy, and I have loved using those. Another set of socks, they're just socks I love. I have no stake in the company or anything, but Darn Tough socks. Darn expensive, yes. I think I paid $28 for the pair of darn tough socks I have had for 5 years now. They're not even beginning to break down. So kind of get what you pay for in those, but they really snug your feet. So if you invest in a really good pair of socks, there's also several companies, we talked about it in our winter gear guide, that make heated socks, which are a lot of fun too. Now, good old-fashioned hand warmers. These things, I just have them in the drawer of my camper all the time. And I usually put them in my pockets if I'm going on a hike, but I don't break them open unless I really, really, really get cold. If you're wearing boots that kind of come up to the middle of your calf, it is fun to open these things up, get the charcoal activated and get it going. Stick it in the leg of your boot, stick it in the bottom of your shoe. That's going to keep you super warm. Lay it on the back of your neck. Put your hoodie inside with this in it. So it's sitting on your neck right here. It kind of sends that warmth out over your whole body. But these have saved me many times. It's also good when you put them in this pocket and that pocket. It kind of sends the heat up. But they're very inexpensive. I buy them in a large pack. And it's a great thing to have. Bear with me while I show you my hot water bottle. I can't find my hot water bottle. This is a little sidebar here. This is why it is good to have things that are dedicated for your RV and things that you don't switch back and forth. The reason I went to my RV this morning and couldn't find my hot water bottle is I no doubt brought it home because I didn't feel well or one of the kids was home, or I was nursing a pulled muscle, something. Anyway, it wasn't in my RV. A hot water bottle is not only great sitting around the campfire, but I remember camping in Quartzsite a few years ago, and I heated up my camper really warm before I turned off the heat when I went to sleep, because then I was hot and toasty all under those covers. A hot water bottle filled up and laid on your core keeps you so warm, and it lasts 4 or 5 hours. So I have loved having a hot water bottle. I've been using it my whole life. My mom always gave us hot water bottles at the campfire when we were kids, but I use it at home a lot too. Sitting by the campfire, if you just lay it on your lap with your blanket, you'll be so toasty. Okay, this is old school. So this is an empty cardboard box, and inside of it is a recycled prime bag, and this is insulated. If you get this, line the bottom of it, right? Put this in front of your camp chair and put your feet in it. You would not believe the difference in the temperature. Keeping that barrier between the cold ground and your shoes. So if you have rubber shoes, you've got the cardboard, you've got this barrier, you've got socks, rubber shoes. If the head and the feet are warm, the rest of you are going to be warm. So a good old-fashioned cardboard box that you put your feet in is going to keep you really, really warm. Okay, now, because it's me, so you know there's a DIY. I saw this on Pinterest, and I just had to make it. And I'll tell you, I used this last winter, and it killed. I mean, it just was so neat. So this is thermal insulation, and I got it at Home Depot. Okay, this comes in rolls 24 inches wide by 10 feet, right? So I cut the 10 in half, so I had 2 5s here, and then with just duct tape or clear tape, any kind of tape you want, I made a seam, sewed it together across the top and down the side, and this is how it works. You sit here in your chair, and you get in this chair, and this comes over your head, and as you're sitting there, all the heat that is coming off the fire gets trapped in here, and it keeps you so warm. I was the only one who had one at the camp out, so I was sharing it with everyone, so we were all assessing whether or not it worked. It worked so well, people were reluctant to give it up when their turn was over. So I think it cost about $10 to make this thing. When you're not using it around the campfire, it just makes a great thing to put on your picnic bench. It's another layer of insulation. You can also put this under your mattress in your RV, and another barrier from the cold. So that was a really fun thing to have. So I'm gonna do a second video for you. So they'll tell you at Go RVing where to get it. I'm gonna walk you through. It's very, very simple. Okay, so we talked about staying warm at the campfire. We talked about how to use your RV. One of the things that you're gonna know when you're at the campground in your RV ready, winter ready RV, you're not going to have plumbing. And I have a solution for that too. So one thing I have learned, now you do have heated bathrooms at the campground. Hopefully you have found a bathroom that is heated. Most of them are, but there might be an emergency stop in the middle of the night. And one of the things that I've always done is taken just a kitchen garbage bag and lined the potty inside my camper. Well, now Camco makes this really cool product, and it is the, oh, this is written in French, toilet waste bags. So if you get one of these bags, it's very interesting how these come out. It's got a disposable thing. So it's a bag within a bag. And they solved a problem that I had. So a lot of times when you use a kitchen bag, you've got to put kitty litter or something in the bottom, an inside-out diaper to catch all the liquid. So this is a bag, and it's got a bag in it. When you open it, it looks like this. Put this into the bottom of your RV potty, fold this over, put your seat down. There's a white powder in here. It's a biodegradable material, and when a liquid hits it, it turns into a gel. Probably the kind of stuff they use inside diapers these days. So you can fold this all up in the morning, and that's where the second bag comes in very handy. You just stuff that in there. This is all biodegradable. It has a snap here, so nobody is going to say, I don't want to touch that. And you just take this and dump it, and it's biodegradable. So you can still use your potty. So I hope I have shared some things with you that encourage you to get out there and use your RV in the winter and try to enjoy the different seasons. There's something that we love about each season. People tend to think, oh, cold, cold, cold. I say embrace that cold. This is Janine Pettit for Go RVing. Get out there and go places and do things.